I am Melvin Mangada. I graduated from UP Diliman College of Fine Arts.
Melvin started his advertising career at Saatchi Saatchi as the industry's first art director fresh from college.
Jimmy Santiago was a panelist in my thesis defense at that time. He took the risk of taking in a fresh grad to do the work of a senior creative. He became my immediate boss and is now my business partner.
Melvin was quickly making his mark in the industry. As destiny would have it, a requirement to launch Ayala Land fell on his table.
The task was as simple as it was daunting. Tell the amazing story of a company bearing one of the most revered names in the country. My partner, Isabel Gamboa, and I drew up the campaign in one afternoon. Isabel had the headline, "From Grass to Glass," written in a small piece of paper, with doodles of what looked like a field of grass. I quickly fixed the visual on my pad and, adding simple strokes to resemble high-rise buildings, laid out the headline neatly right under the visual.
From grass to glass, strokes of genius followed.
Jimmy approached our cubicle and we proudly showed the print ad. He loved it, but he said he couldn't possibly present just one ad. He wanted a campaign. Immediately after, Isabel threw the line "From rocks to roads." And then quickly I drew random strokes of swirls. And without lifting the pen, I ended the visual with a straight line. Then Isabel offered "From swamp to swank." I sketched diagonal zigzags, ended with a stroke that looked like a kidney-shaped pool. I added a little ladder there and a kid's rendition of water. We had a campaign.
Ayala Land's love affair with Melvin bloomed into more memorable campaigns, including the rebranding of Greenbelt and Makati Commercial Center to Ayala Center. These campaigns won Ad of the Year awards and several gold medals at the Philippine Advertising Congress. After more than a decade, Melvin thought it was time to move on to other challenges. He helped establish what would become one of the most awarded agencies in the Philippines, TBWA Santiago Mangada Puno.
I was drawn to the philosophy of the agency. We call it disruption. It's our tool for change, our strategy for creativity.
On the third year of TBWA Santiago Mangada Puno, a familiar name came knocking at the door.
The Ayala Malls account was up for grabs. I was excited at the possibility of reuniting with a brand that shaped and inspired the formative years of my creative life. Ayala wanted a relaunch of their growing portfolio of malls. Our strategy was clear. While other shopping centers talked about completeness, we chose to magnify something that money can't buy: love. Needless to say, we won the business. Creative people are inspired by those who push for creativity. Recently, our New Valley client challenged us to do stunning work for her brand. One of the approved ideas was a collateral, an invite made of koi fish food, edible for the hundreds of koi fish at New Valley.
The invite was awarded a medal at the Olympics of Advertising, the Cannes Lions Festival of Creativity.
It was our first Cannes Lion medal for Ayala Land, and we're hoping it won't be the last.
Melvin sees a future beyond advertising. He recently ventured into film production.
I want to do more films that depict the Philippines' unique way of life, uplifting the image of the Filipinos for the world audience.
His first masterpiece is a dramatically beautiful film called Thy Womb. It went on to become the most internationally acclaimed Filipino film of 2012.
I see myself involved more in education. We have a talent development program in the agency called TBWA Academy that attracts and trains future advertising stars. Our agency is also working with my alma mater, UP College of Fine Arts, to help advertising students who are in need through scholarship grants. Creativity is still the currency by which our industry measures us. Upholding a high creative standard is something I try to keep, and it's something that I ask of the teams I work with in the agency. And at the end of the day, it's the final product that goes on a screen that the audience will see and remember us by. Creativity is a language that should speak to everyone. It comes from an artist's brush, a writer's pen, an architect's vision, or a developer's master plan. Comparing this to the way I know how Ayala thinks and operates, they've always been aware that they're not just builders of structures, they're creators of places where memorable stories unfold. And I've always respected the way they try to uplift the quality of life of Filipinos. They care about the sense of well-being, sustainability, and the respect for the environment, long before being green was a buzzword. And everything they do is something you can showcase to the world. Having worked in Ayala for many years, I can say they've influenced and inspired me in a lot of ways, affirmed my beliefs about how life should be lived, how to live thoughtfully and responsibly, mindful that our creativity today is helping shape the future of our children.